Oh, hey. Today we're starting a bit stationary, but we'll get walking quite soon. It's a nice contrast to last week when it was very rainy, as you might have seen in Paris, and today we're back home. And I thought I'd start in this place, which I come to sometimes for photography. What I wanted to talk about today, because more or less everything is back to normal. Not only is it back to normal, but it's actually quite nice outside. Like, it's sunny, it's Sunday, and I just wanted to talk about reset, mental reset, and also the way it helps to have a kind of rhythm to your week, if not only to your day, and how that helps to basically ground yourself if the week is kind of turbulent. And for me, it's this what we're doing here, this Sunday vlog, and I try to keep up during the every day with some other things, but just to have this one anchor, this one thing that I do, is something that helps. And it's not only this, it's also, of course, photography, it's exercise, but we'll get into that. So with that said, come walk with me. Okay, and as already mentioned, we'll start this walk in this parking garage. Actually, this is where people might be driving, but as you can see, and as the shops are closed anyway, I don't think we'll have so much traffic going on. Although on the lower levels I did see some people, and we'll have a look at that. So when I was running my 365 black and white photography project, this was one of the places where I used to come quite a lot, because it, as you will see, it has nice light and shadow. It does have interesting backgrounds, like the art on the walls. Maybe we can see some of that as we walk around. Obviously, sadly, there's also a ton of graffiti, but it does have some of the original art still up. So I think the last exhibition that was here was in 2025. So this is now by now 1 year ago. I don't know if they have one more this year. This parking garage is also perpetually at risk of being torn down. So people are thinking about renovating this. But as you can see, as we're walking along here, there's quite some art on the walls. And that is kind of interesting to walk around. So as we go down here, maybe we'll go through here. Let's see. We'll get started walking and think a little bit about how something regular can help. And yeah, let's say turbulent times. Not only turbulent, it's just that during the week there can be so many things that can happen, like trips that you have to go to, work trips, or you have some other obligations. You have to go do one thing in the evening, and then you might have to reschedule. So it's not always that the day, every day is the same, and for that, it's just super helpful to have some kind of regular things that you might be doing. Or for me, at least, it's very helpful if I'm doing those things. So number one is, of course, on a daily level. You might have read about the 5 a.m. club. I'll link that down in the description. It's an interesting book, but basically it says by reclaiming that 1 hour in the morning, so 5 a.m. referring to the time that you would wake up if you're following that, and then having 1 hour for yourself to practice something for yourself, like exercise, then learning and growing. And without even thinking about it, or without being aware of this, I kind of started this because actually the central idea is that throughout the day you're always so busy and everything is planned according to the schedule that something unexpected, like for example waking up at 5 a.m. and then having that 1 hour to yourself, is really the only time that you can take. And I do find it quite helpful actually, because I use the time either for running, so I would go on a run for, let's say, 30 to 35 minutes in the morning, or do some other kind of exercise, maybe some yoga, and then having some time to reflect before the day gets started and before the day gets busy. So that is something that I found very helpful. And interestingly, when I mentioned this to someone, they said, "Oh, okay, so you're part of the 5 a.m. club," and I had never heard of that. But now that I have, I think it's interesting, and I'll link the book. So if you are also kind of interested in this, then that might be something that you could order the book, or have a look into it, at least read through it quickly. So that's on a day-to-day level, and I try to do that as much as possible. Also did it today, but obviously on Sundays the schedule is a little bit more relaxed, and that's why we come to something like this, which is just some kind of regular thing on a weekly basis. So the past week has been quite busy. I've been away for long hours some days, and next week is going to be a business trip. So once I'm back from filming this, I will need to go back and pack my bags and get going for that. But I thought I'd record this short episode, and already as I'm thinking about it, I think it's a good thing to have and to keep up. So something to end the week, maybe also exchange a little bit about what happened and why something like this might be good. So obviously the previous week when I was in Paris, there I preponed, noting that preponed is probably not a real word. We have to look that up, but I preponed the vlog from Sunday, I think, at the time, to the Friday, and more or less that ended the week already, which was still good, but as you might have seen at the time, it was also not everything going according to plan. So today, just a quick one, and as we started off at the parking garage, it's also a little bit of a different format. So we only got started walking now, but the thought still remains: have something which is more or less repeatable throughout every day, and then everything repeatable throughout the week. And I think as we go along, we'll also keep it at this for the moment. Let's see, let's cross this road here quickly. Okay, not too much traffic. It's good. There was one other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is how to create a habit like this. And there is one thing which I find especially interesting, which is this idea that you have to do something, I think, for 22 days before it becomes a habit. And obviously with something that you do daily, I would believe that that's relatively simple. So the idea would be that if you keep on something for 3 weeks, then you will get used to it, and by the end it will feel normal. It will be a habit. Like, for example, okay, you say you want to do some kind of light exercise, then that's a good way to get started. I find that with a weekly habit, like for example this vlogging, it takes about the same number of repetitions. So by now this is episode 8 of this vlog. It's become much more normal, but I also find that there's still not the kind of, let's say, routine in it as with exercise. And that's probably due to the fact that this is a weekly thing, and yeah, those 22 iterations haven't been done yet. But yeah, all in all said, I think there's something to speak for the power of habit. And on a nice day like this, I don't think it's too difficult to convince yourself to go out and do something like this. It's very nice and sunny. So last week in Paris was kind of the exception. I think it was also the first time ever that it rained during one of the vlogs. But the good thing is that the camera did quite well, and even the audio, the mic got soaking wet, but I don't think there were any problems, and the audio quality was good throughout, so that makes me kind of hopeful that this kind of recording can also happen in bad weather. I think we can just keep going, and knowing what I know now, in some of the next travel episodes, if those happen again, when those happen again, I think we can just stick to the normal plan, despite any weather that might be there. Okay, but I think for today, shall we leave it at that? Short one on the habits. I think I'll keep updating this as we go along. So obviously today, episode 8, we'll leave it at that. So it was just a quick round back at the parking space, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.